Hey guys, Gigi Foxcat here, and I've got kind of a review art video for you. As you can see here, I've got some of my collection of the Artist Loft alcohol-based markers, and this is the brush one and chisel tip. These have been out for about a year. I think I got most of mine last year. I started out with the set of 6 that was the gray tones. I was doing it for my styles challenge, which I don't think I even ended up posting that particular style. Anyway, but that's beside the point. I have a roughly 18, 19 with the color spender, but there's something I've noticed. These things have horrible reviews. As you can tell here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my collection. That's because there's something weird about these. But let's go over the basics here. So they've got So see if it'll focus. So they've got a triangle base here. Maybe I should get a lighter color so the shadow's not so. There we go. So I'm gonna zoom us in here. As you see, it's got a triangle shape here, double-ended. It's got the stamp of approval. It's got name with. They have numbers, so like this is R4 because it's a pink, and then they've got a name. They also have like a little. It's really hard to see there because it's not wanting to focus. But there's a band here of gray. There we go. Try to focus a little bit. And none here. The band of gray indicates the chisel nib. I can't get it to focus on anything. There we go. There's the chisel nib. Not the greatest brush nib, not the greatest but there's the brush nib. I know it's hard to see. You know, simple, pretty easy. You can't get like super fine lines. Plus, I don't know if you can see it like right in here. See if I can zoom in there. You can kind of see that the brush here on this one's been splitting a little bit. So you got that. So you got splitting going on. So like I said, those 7 are my that you saw at the beginning, the ones that I got. Let's flip that over. Now, one I noticed, because I drew this really awesome picture, just drawing for once. I pulled out a skin tone to use my alcohol-based markers. So, give me some space here, markers. So this is their light peach, and I'm gonna try and get it where you can see it here. So come on, focus. Focus. I can't get you to focus. Focus. You're just gonna make it blurry. Well, trying to get it to focus. Gotta focus on my spot there. There we go. It's hard to see, but I will try to have pictures up on my Instagram. My camera is not wanting to focus in on this. Come on, focus. Okay, so I changed some settings on my camera here. Maybe we can get this filmed here. Come on, focus. You were just focused on it. But anyways, what I'm going to point out here is there's these weird crystal-y things that come off. There we go. I got some on my finger. Maybe we'll focus on that. There, right there, if you can see that. It's got these weird crystals. Actually, if I could find the one in particular. Not only that, does it have these weird crystals that I've only seen on Crayolas when they get like super old and starting to dry out. But on this particular one, ta-da! I have a completely hollow marker here because my barrel came out with the chisel tip. Well, that's fun. I guess I could fill them, but the nibs are horrible. And it doesn't even want to go back in. So, there's that. This in here, you can, come on, you can see the frayedness a little bit there on the tip. If it focuses on the tip, come focus on the tip. There we go. Sort of. But, I mean, look at that. This color I've only had for about maybe 6 or 7 months, and it's looking a lot brighter there, but it is very dull color. Plus, I can't even use the chisel tip, which I'm used to. This is what I started out with marker was. And it's just, some of these are like some of my favorite colors. Like this one's key lime. It's a very nice green, and it's got the like crystalline drying up bits. Look at that nib. It's like crooked, and it's like, you see that at all? Not really, no, because there's nothing there. I mean, these are sorely disappointing. I did recommend them at first, but honestly, there's better cheap markers, and these aren't all that cheap. I mean, okay, so you're not paying the average price of Copic, which is like $6.99 plus per marker, or even Prismacolor price, but in the fact of being like, I think they're $3.99, $4.99, that it's just ridiculous that you've got, well, see, the chisel on the one on this one's fine, so you can get the nice color. Well, actually, it's acting dried up. But in the fact that they don't even last a year, and you good productivity. See, there's nothing showing up there on that one, and it looks what? Like, literally, I have to do with this side to get anything out of that. It just, to me, it just, if your product's not even going to last a year, which this is probably one of my oldest colors, which is ice blue. I used this for my Care Bears designs. So that's kind of disappointing, that I'll have that linked in the description box below if you want to see that video. But it's kind of disappointing that this one, which I've hardly used, I mean, it's got a fair decent amount of use, but it hasn't even lasted a year with minimal use. And I've tried rehydrating one of these with just regular rubbing alcohol. Did nothing. So, I mean, it's a good starting point if you want to learn how brush markers feel, but honestly, buy the Crayola brush blending the Crayola premium brush markers that are the blending ones, and you get a nice feel for it. Sharpie even has brush markers. Ohu just came out with their brush markers, which is a set of 48 for $35, which isn't bad. So you can't buy them individually, so you're stuck with whatever colors you get, but it's a good starting point. Overall, these markers, if you're really looking for, you know, you got that aspiring artist and they're begging you for a Copic markers, and these are still around, you could get it for them to test out. Honestly, I don't even like them because they have chisel and a brush. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. What if you're heavy-handed like me and you can't get the smooth lines from a brush and you want a bullet nib? It's just my personal opinion, but they're a little hard to get. They're not badly done up. See, this color is pretty decent with the crystals on it, but it's got the crystals. It's got leakage all around the barrel. Also, overall, nice attempt. Oh, just kind of failed here. Versus, so this was the ice blue here, versus one that's still pretty decent. Let's get my mantis green and compare that. So, it was a chisel up there for that color. Chisel, see, nice bright private color still. And you've got the brush nib, see, still nice, pretty nice decent color. You do have some splitting here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. I'll bring it up to you. Focus. Yeah, see? You got that splitting. So the brush nibs are not very good to hold up. They don't hold up very well. And I just feel like you don't get that decent. See, as I try to do the thinner lines, I get that splitting of the nib. I'll focus on it. You can see that. You can see it here, which is cool for some effect if you're wanting like a pad brush effect, but it's not very good, and it's about as thin a line as I can get. I wouldn't consider that line art thin. So overall, in my opinion, if these haven't been discontinued yet, they need to. Artist Loft, this is a miss for you guys. You've got some good stuff, but not really. You're not even as good as Crayola. So I will see you guys later in the next art video. Fox, catch you later.